Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Monique Ross. In today's episode, I'm on some wind down, chill down, just kind of, in a groove right now with my homegirl, Chrissy, who is the founder of Love Out Loud.
Hello, fuckers. How are you?
Chrissy's, she's just chilling. We cool. So, what I decided to do, Chrissy and I, initially we were going to attempt to record an episode for the podcast, but really couldn't agree on the topic. Everything that she suggested, it was like, yeah, and everything I suggested, it was like, yeah. Like, we really didn't have enough where we felt like we could hold a real life conversation on some of the topics that we both wanted to discuss, and not necessarily hold a conversation, just right here, right now, on our level. We just decided against it. So I decided to do something that I've been putting off for several weeks now. I've received a lot of feedback. I've been asked a lot of questions in my social media inboxes, in the comment sections on the videos. So we decided to put together a quick Q&A. So Chrissy's going to ask me several questions, and I'm going to give you guys the brutal, honest, unfiltered, uncut truth of whatever she asks me. So with that being said, Chrissy's going to start with the first question, or make the first statement, which is,
so you married your high school sweetheart?
So technically, no. I wouldn't call it a high school sweetheart. You guys met my ex-husband. I love him to death, but I guess at school that's what it was, but outside of school it definitely wasn't that until it was. You know what I mean? D and I, we grew up together. He's my brother's best friend. We went to school together. Like, I've known him for years, and my brother has known him even longer. And yeah, so, after high school, we got married and had a couple kids and built a life together. But I'm not going to go as far as, I guess you can say, my high school sweetheart, because in high school, he was like the boy that I was linked to, at our high school. But I had boyfriends outside of school. So, I wasn't a player, but I wasn't a player. So yeah, basically you can say that, it's all good though. Yeah, so that's my answer to, so you married your high school sweetheart. Yes, technically, yes. No, on the other hand. So, whatever. Yes and no. Whatever.
So, are you from here? Are you from here? Were you born here?
I am born, bred, and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. I am, grew up, ran the streets on the west side, Goodfellow and Wells. That's where my grandma lived. Clinton Peabody projects, all over, like South City. I've lived a number of places since, as a child and as an adult. But yeah, so definitely born, bred, and raised in St. Louis. Left, couple times, but this is home. Always came back. So yeah.
I hear everybody always come back.
Yeah.
Can you miss it? Do you have children?
Do I have children? Of course I have children. I have two dope ass sons. My oldest, who is 20, Jeremiah, and he is the day to my night. Jeremiah is the calm to the storm. He is, he's just one of those kids. He has his head on straight. He's so ambitious. He's smart. He's funny. He's quiet. He's very observant. He's what we would consider an introvert. But I think it's more so that he's, just observant, and he's becoming aware of himself and really recognizing and understanding who he is as a person and figuring out his place in the world. And because he's always been he's a big boy. He's like 6'3". 6'4".
Oh, wow.
My 20-year-old, and he's been tall forever.
Heck no.
And he's always been a big kid. So I think personally he's always behaved to a certain level, to a certain standard, because he's a big kid, and he, you know, he had a very good perception of he was aware of himself at a very young age, you know what I mean, where he understood how big he was compared to the other kids. So he behaved as such. He behaved older than what he actually was. And I think that's helped him along the way as well, because he's just, you know, he's grown, he's matured in his thought processes and the things that he talks about, the conversations that we have about life in general, future plans and things like that is shit that at his age, 20 years old, I didn't have that mindset. And it makes me proud, because I know that I've grown and I've matured and I've instilled certain things in him, and I've had certain conversations with him to where I know that his mind is developed to the extent where he can think outside of the box and figure out what it is he wants out of this life. And, you know, I'm proud of him. I cannot wait to see what he does, because I'm not going to talk about his plans and stuff, but he has a solid plan in place, and I'm just absolutely amazed at him. And then that's my day to my night, the calm of my storm. And then my baby boy Daniel, he's 12. That is the storm. But man, when I tell y'all about Daniel, he is such a sweetheart when he wants to be. He's so kind. He's caring. You know, he'll just walk up and hug me, kiss me, but you know, it's not like he does it 24/7, but when he does, like, it's the sweetest shit in the world. It warms my heart. Like, that is he don't even know. He says mean things to me, like he'll say, you know, you love Jay more than you love me, or, you know, and I'll say, no, I love Juju more than I love anybody, like they're talking about the dog. And he's just, he doesn't understand. And I talked to Jeremiah about it. Like, I parent my kids differently. I parent my boys according to who they are as people. And the oldest kid, I don't have to do certain things with him. Never had to have certain conversations or address certain things, because he just didn't move a certain way. And then the youngest kid, I have to have those conversations with him, especially about friends and his mouth, because he has it honest, and anybody that knows us, they'll tell you he has it honest. My ex-husband's like, you can't get mad, like, look at you. He gets it from me, and that's the honest to God truth. But I am a parent who constantly says to him, do as I say, not as I do. And I get that. Yeah, I have no filter, and I just let whatever fly out of my mouth. But him, he's the same way. But on a kid level, he says, you know, shit that throws me off. Like, I posted on social media the other day how he says, I said, Daniel, why is your room like this? You need to clean up. You need to spend the day cleaning up. And he's like, Mama, why are you being toxic right now? And I'm like, dude, I just, like, you know what? I just left the room and be like, okay, bye, Daniel. And I actually left. Like, I'm not even about to entertain you, because it's like 7, 8 a.m. and you up on the video game, yelling on the video game with your homeboys. But no, he is my storm from day one. Daniel, from the moment I found out I was pregnant with Daniel, he came through like the little Tasmanian devil, you know, on the cartoon. Like, it just was a whirlwind, and it's been a whirlwind, but it's a good whirlwind. You know, Daniel was, he was born premature, 2 months premature. He spent 2 months in the hospital. The night he was born, they told my ex-husband, you know, he wouldn't make it through the night. They didn't expect him to make it through the night. He was airlifted to Children's Hospital, where he spent 2-3 weeks or so in a NICU, and then he was in the cardiac ICU because he had a heart condition called atrial flutter. And this heart condition, his heart went into this rapid rhythm. They didn't even know why. And I remember I was pregnant. I went to the house. I went to my doctor's office for just a normal checkup, and my doctor was out of town. I tried to reschedule the appointment, but they insisted I come in because I had rescheduled it before. So I went in, do the checkup. I saw another doctor. He leaves out the room after checking me, comes back with another doctor. They listen to my baby's heartbeat, leave out, come back with 3-4 more doctors. And then next thing you know, the room is full of doctors, and I'm like, should I be concerned? And they kind of told me, they said, well, your baby's heart is beating pretty fast. We don't know how long it's been going on. Maybe it's just, you know, an instance. What did you eat? You know, asking all these questions. So they ended up sending me down to get monitored, and then they admitted me, and next thing you know, they're prepping me for emergency delivery. And like I said, the night he was born, it's told D he's not gonna make it through the night, and he did. And this kid has been kicking and fucking screaming since he came into this world. Like, I know he's somebody special. He's so smart. Like, he's so witty, he's so smart. He says shit to his friends like back in my day. He's 12. And one of his little friends tells me and his dad, we were at his game, basketball game or something. One of the little boys said, are you Daniel's parents? So he said, yeah. He's like, yeah, Daniel's funny. I like him. And we're like, cool, what's your name? And he told us his name. And then he says, he cracks me up. He's always saying, like, back in my day, like he's an old man. But he says shit like back in my day, or, you know, when I was a little kid, stuff like that. And it's like, dude, but he's very strategic. And he's a leader. This kid is like, he's the leader of the pack. His friends follow him, and it's a good thing on one hand, it's a bad thing on another. But he's definitely a leader. I hear him in his room playing his game, and he's in there leading the missions when they're playing like Call of Duty and stuff like that. He's the one leading the mission. Yeah, so Daniel's dope as hell to me. He's super athletic. Both of them are athletic, but Daniel's like I said, he's that storm. He's the storm. But it's like, he keeps me on my toes. He keeps me young. He keeps us laughing every damn day with something new. Like, this little kid is comical. Like, it's a comedy fucking hour. And it's hilarious. And but he doesn't understand that I have to stay on him. Because he's that kid because of his, I guess because of all the things that make up him, he could easily get off and mixed up with the wrong shit and, you know, involved with the wrong people, because people migrate to him because of his personality and his energy. And, you know, I just talk to him about friends and, you know, just let him know, like, hey, consider people associates, you know, not everybody's your friend, and be mindful of what you show them and just things like that, because kids get older and jealousy and things like that come to play. And you know, so I had those conversations with him. But yes, I have 2 boys, my night and my day, the calm and the storm, and I love those boys both with my whole entire heart. But I love them, and I parent them differently, you know, because you have to. I can't do the same things that I do with Daniel that I do with Jay, and vice versa. And then I have my 2.5-year-old. Well, she's almost 3. She'll be 3 next month. My black Labrador, Juju. I've had her since she was 6 months old. And my kids beg for a dog, Chrissy. They beg for a dog. And I'm like, y'all not getting no fucking dog. And we lied and told them we were allergic to dogs at one point. And we folded back then. And that dog, people that know us, they remember Mason. Mason was nuts. He was not trainable. And that's the dog. I joke with my ex-husband and tell him that's why I divorced your ass, because he took the damn dog to the pound and told me the dog ran off. But the dog was in the pound. But that's the old dog. So my new dog, I agreed. We get this dog, and they swore it was going to be their dog. She's turned to my dog, and that's my baby. Like, so when my kids debate the age-old question, who do I love the most? My dog. That's what I tell them. So anyway,
not Juju.
Yeah, Juju, my sweet Jules. You guys, that's my baby. Like, she's the best doggy ever. She's so gentle and loving and attentive and intuitive. Like, she straight picks up on shit. She picks up on the energy. I swear, if I was an animal, like, she's my spirit animal. I'm not kidding you. Like, her temperament and everything. Like, she a little scary. That's the only difference between us. I ain't no motherfucking punk. I ain't scary at all.
No, she's scary.
She is. Like, she just jerky. But she came from an abusive home. When I got her, before she went to the shelter, she was in an abusive home. And regardless of all the love we give her, she knows that she's safe. She's still a little jerky. Like, when we out walking and you some a noise or something, she jumping you know, she a little punk ass, but she ain't, you know, she go hold her ground. I done seen her toughen up, you know, get up with some dogs, like square with them. So, you know I'm protected, and if anything, she gonna let me know if some shit going on around me, and if I need to, you know, reach down in my shoe and pull out my little tutu to handle a problem or two. I'm talking shit, but I'm not, because I really will. Anyway, next question, Chris. Next question.
Speaking of love. What is your relationship status?
My relationship status. Oh, man. So, in a nutshell, I'm single as fuck. But I am not mingling. Leave me the fuck alone. I've said this on multiple occasions. I'm cool and be. No, my last relationship, I've spoke on it before. You know, I was dating a guy, had a long distance relationship, and then I made the move. And semi made the move. And it just wasn't, you know, what it came down to. Y'all heard the story. I told y'all I'm not finna go off into details again. You know, I'm back home. He's there. I don't know what he's got going on. He doesn't know what I got going on. So I'm chilling. And with the coronavirus, I've been in the house. I'm not going on a date, although I've been asked, like, let's go out, and I've hung out, but I wouldn't consider anything a date. But I'm just, you know, I'm just in a place where I'm focused on me. I ain't looking for shit. If something come and I feel like it's worth entertaining, then yeah, I'll entertain it. But at the moment, I'm just good. Like, I'm focused and unimpressed. You know, the pickings have been slim. I've encountered some cool people, but ultimately I'm just like, I don't feel like it's worth me saying I'm committed to anybody.
Right.
You know, I'm just at the point in my life where I'm looking for that one, the one, where it's a forever type thing. And
yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and ain't shit been presented to me to where I feel like it's worth me entertaining. So I'm chilling. To further notice, you know. So people say I'm mean. My friends and family, and I'm not. My friends and family, like, they've been in my ear trying to tell me, you know, do this, do that, you know, as far as who I should be with. And I've had a family member and a friend recently break down all the reasons why I'm single. You're mean. You won't give anybody a chance. The first little thing, you cut them off. You say whatever you want to say, because I had somebody cut me off because I said some shit to them that they didn't like. I'm focused and unimpressed. And you really gonna have to be something.
They all seem the same after a while. It's
yeah.
like the same conversation.
Hey, what's me and my homegirl Pell, one of our favorite scenes, and when she watched it, she go die laughing. I've met different niggas, but I ain't met a different nigga. And, you know, pardon my French, you know, we use the N-word here just to express ourselves. If you have a problem with that, there are plenty of other people out there who probably don't use it, but there are plenty of people who do. So to express myself, yes, I use the N-word. So like I said, I've met different niggas, but I ain't met a different nigga. So until then, I'm cool and be. The end.
Wine or whiskey?
Wine, duh. Cheers. Cheers. Of course I drink wine. I'm not a whiskey kind of girl. I'll drink some Crown Apple. Is that considered a whiskey, or is that like a cognac or something like that?
I think that
What's the difference? I don't know. I got some over there, but I'm not going to get up and get it. But yeah, I'll drink some Crown Apple. Occasionally I'll drink some vodka or something like that. But yeah, I'm definitely a wine and weed girl. Wine and weed. That's all I need.
Heck no. Wine. So where's your favorite place you traveled?
My favorite place that I've traveled, honestly, I've been to some extremely amazing places. I feel like I've probably gone to every state in the US. if not every state, nearly just about every major city in the U.S. And I've been outside the country plenty of times. But to say one favorite place, I can't really pinpoint one favorite place. I feel like it's not about the place, it's about the experience. And I've had some extremely magnificent experiences with some extremely dope ass people. So it's about my surroundings and who I'm with that makes certain places special. And I've gone places alone and it was great experiences. But just to say I got one favorite place, no. My favorite place is where I feel loved and I feel supported and I feel secure and comfortable. And, you know, those are my favorite places. So I've been plenty of places where I felt that. So I can't name one favorite place. I've been on plenty of beaches and islands and cruise ships and airplanes and all kind of shit, but I don't think I have one specific favorite place, because like I said, it was all about the experience to me.
So what is your favorite memory as a kid?
Honestly, I suppressed, and I've learned in recent years going to therapy that I suppressed a lot of childhood memories. So, and not to say that they were all bad. Like I've had a number of experiences, family reunions, family functions, being around family. You know, that's one of the biggest highlights of my childhood. Family was very important to us growing up. Lots of parties. My parents used to play cards and lots of card games, and you know, Friday and Saturday nights spent with, you know, extended family members, cousins, and, you know, things like that. Spending summers in Louisiana with my cousins and fishing trips with my dad. But honestly, my favorite memory is my mom. Like, my mom's been deceased 12 years this year, May 31st. So last month, May 31st, she's been gone 12 years, and there was nothing like the love, the security, the genuine kindness and support. And just like, she was like the biggest cheerleader, your biggest defender. She was our protector. Like, my siblings and I, it's 4 of us. I have an older brother and 2 younger sisters, and I'm the oldest girl. And, you know, she was just mama. Like, she loved us fiercely. My mom instilled values in us and shit in us that's priceless. And I see me saying the same thing to my kids. And don't ask me what happened to the other 3 siblings. I'm kidding. I love my siblings. Y'all know that. I told y'all I wear a fucking orange jumpsuit for all 3 of them. And under any circumstances, I will ride for those motherfuckers. Like, they are 3 of the dopest people I've ever met in my life. And these are my siblings. And some people hate their siblings. Like, I love my siblings despite any differences and any, you know, time where we go not talking. We always come back. Like, I love my siblings. But my mom, like I said, just the love that she instilled in us, the talks were priceless. Like, the shit my mama used to say to me being the oldest girl, and the conversations I had with her, man, the dopest. And any of my girlfriends, anybody that knew my mom, they knew. Like, I have to tell, when they come to the house, like, keep going or you gonna be caught, because she will sit there and she go talk and she'll read you. Next thing you know, the Bible open, she praying and preaching and some more shit. But that was my mom though, man. And she was just like, we talked to her about anything. I didn't feel like I couldn't ever go to my mama and talk to her about one thing, like the most heinous, inappropriate, like shit that kids hide from their parents. Like, I just used to talk to my mom about it, and we were all the same way. And she loved us all the same, but she loved us all according to who we were. And she took the time to nurture each of our relationships. And we're all pretty much 2-3 years apart, the 4 of us. but she nurtured each relationship with each of us, and the love that she gave out. I don't think either one of my siblings would be like, we'll argue who was her favorite. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show where we don't have a definitive answer on who her favorite was, because we all felt like her favorite. Mm-hmm. She loved us all. Like, we had, Tiff was the baby girl, and she'll be like, I was her favorite because I was the baby girl. My other sister, Keisha, she'll argue, I was her favorite because of, you know, they just had this bond. Or Keisha had, you know, Keisha like was in an accident, multiple accidents and shit. Like, that girl is special and she don't even know it. Sis, if you watching this, I just had a moment of clarity. You're here for a reason. Like, think back to your childhood. You had multiple accidents. There's an assignment on your life. There's a reason you're still here. Figure out what it is and do that shit. Go for it. Go for it. That's my sis Kish. She'll argue that she's the favorite. My brother argue because he's the only boy. Mm-hmm. I'm going to argue because I'm the oldest girl. But that's how much her love was for us. Like, it was equal, and none of us never felt neglected or unloved, or you love her more than. I don't ever recall saying that to my mom, unless if one of them said it. I don't know, but I'll say that's my favorite childhood memory. My favorite memory as a child, just, you know, my mom being there. I wish, you know, can't turn back the hands of time, and like, if she was here now, I probably would just want to know that I'm making her proud. And I know I am, because she's come to me in my dreams. She came to me in a dream like last week, and told me I needed to be the bigger person. And she always told me that. Like, I straight up had a dream. In my dream, my mom said, Mo, you have to be the bigger person. And I took the steps, and I reached out to my brother. Mm-hmm. After everything, I sent him an email. I haven't heard back, but hey, I know that I took that step and reached out to him. And it was, bro, I miss you. I love you. I'm not sweating that shit. It's water under the bridge. It is what it is. I miss you. I love you. I hope you're well. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, my mom definitely left a huge impact on my life. The shit she endured in her life. You know, it left an impression. I have a newfound respect for her now that I'm older, because when I was younger, because of shit she endured within her relationship, I judged her and I looked at her. I used to look down on her, you know, from a certain aspect, especially when I got older, for dealing with certain shit when it comes to a man, abuse, physical and emotional and all that shit. And now that I'm a grown-ass woman, I get it. Like, one solid piece of advice on love my mom gave me, I asked her, you know, how can you love somebody that treats you the way that you're treated? And she said, her exact words were, baby girl, until you've been in love, and I'm talking about really in love, until you really love somebody, you don't know what you'll put up with. And as a 39-year-old woman, I feel that shit, because I put up with some bullshit in the name of fucking love. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, that's my answer. My mom, favorite memory as a child.
So what's your favorite? What's your zodiac sign? I'm sorry.
I am a Sagittarius, 12/8 Sag Nation. Yes. Sag. And true and through. Like, I am a true, everything they say about Sagittarius, the good and the fucking bad. That's me. I'm just keeping it 100. But the good far outweighs the bad on any day. But yeah, I'm a Sagittarius, a female Sagittarius. And if you know anything about female Sagittarius or Sagittarius as a whole, hey, take that how you want to take it. But I know who I am, and I own that shit like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a little bit of both. Honestly, in my 20s, I was a bona fide night owl. I'm talking about wee hours of the night. Now, 30s, going in late 30s, basically early 40s, I am a little bit of both. I get up early because of my dog. Like that's one of the highlights of my days, getting up in the morning and walking her. Like, and even rain, sleet, or snow, like people that see me out walking her, it's hilarious because they like, you're committed to walking your dog. So I get up early in the morning. First thing I do, I get up, do my morning routine, brush my teeth, use the restroom. I yoga, meditate, pray, sage, all that. Make my bed, clean up whatever, put away whatever was left out, and get myself together, and then I'm out the door with my dog. And some days we're out there for an hour. It just depends, but definitely a morning person because of the dog. But in the same breath, don't ask me how this works, I still love to be up at night. But not every night how I used to be. Like, used to 7 days a week I'm up.
Oh, wow.
Now, you probably get a good 4 out of the 7 days where I'm up at night. And usually I'm up reading, writing, doing crossword puzzles, drinking wine, smoking a little shum. Just chilling. Like, that's what I do. I run the streets. I did all that. I done ran the streets enough for 10 women, 10 people. I've ran the streets enough for quite a few people. But yeah, so now I stay up late, but I wouldn't consider myself a night owl how I used to be, to 3-4 in the morning. Like I said, 4 out of 7 days you might get me 3-4 in the morning. After that, yeah, I'm getting me some I gotta get my sleep. Got to get my sleep. Alright, we trying to find the next question.
So, get juicy. What's the most spontaneous thing you've done?
I didn't write these questions. My creative director came up with these questions, but the most spontaneous thing I've ever done. And honestly, that question that's on there, I'll give you guys what I answered, and then it's not even the most spontaneous thing that I've ever done recently, but one of the most spontaneous things I've ever done was I had sex with the guy I was dating at work in the restroom. At work. But also had sex in the restroom. Like, it was just one of those situations. Like, hey, give me that look. And I gave him that look, and it was like, come in the bathroom.
That's all it took was that one look.
But yeah, so I'll say those sex in the restroom, public restrooms, sex in public spaces, those are the most spontaneous things. And for you germaphobes out there, don't judge me, judge your mama.
What is the best gift you've ever given?
The best gift that I've ever given, and I was told that this was hands down the best gift I've ever given, so I had to use it. I gifted my son an LLC, his own business, as a Christmas gift for last year. That was my gift to him. And like I told you guys earlier, he's going to put that to work for himself. He's working on putting some things in motion, and I'm just anxious and excited to see what the future holds for him. But yeah, anything else you want to ask? I think that's it. Yeah, that was it.
Let's see, Monique. How has this quarantine been for you?
Quarantine has been, I needed this. I absolutely needed this, y'all. Like, no fucking bullshit. I was just didn't know whether I was coming or going.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Like,
and to have the opportunity to just sit down and breathe, My bills are paid. I haven't gone without anything throughout the course of this time. I've been home, you know, since the week before Christmas Eve. Or the week before Christmas. December, the week before Christmas. I've been home. Before that, I was traveling. I was out of town 2 weeks before that for work. And to be home, to have everybody in the house, ex-husband included, it gave us opportunity to just breathe and relax and not worry, not stress. And yeah, we have the worries and the stress of what's going on outside of our four walls. But within these four walls, it's been peace, it's been laughter, it's been love. A couple times we've raised our voices, you know, but again, that was solely out of love. So just to have this time at home where we're not stressing, we're not worrying outside of what's going on in the world, but within the house, you know, we're good. We're surrounded by love. It's peaceful. It's quiet. People call or come over and I'm like, your house is super quiet. Where's everybody at? Everybody chill. We chill. We calm until we want to annoy one another. And then I'll go upstairs doing some extra shit. Fuck with everybody with music, dancing and everything. Or they'll come down here messing with me. You know, but outside of that, man, coronavirus quarantine, despite the effects that it's had on the world, for me, it was probably the best thing that happened to me. And it needed to happen for me to just pause, stand still. I've accomplished so much shit throughout this coronavirus quarantine. Like Chrissy, I probably read over 1,000 books. No bullshit, since December. I've redid my vision board. I've started a fucking podcast.
Right.
Got my life coaching certification. I started writing a new book. I've listened to so much fucking music. I've grown plants. Did yard work. I've cleaned. I've laughed. I've cried. I've faced myself as a person, as a woman. And just really came to a full understanding on who I am, what I want, where I want to go, and how I'm going to get there. So, hey, for anybody that lost somebody to COVID-19, my deepest condolences. I'm sorry. I hate that it happened to you and your family and you were affected, but I absolutely needed this. I took the proper measures. I stayed in the house, in my house, took the precautions. Yes, did I adhere to every precaution? No, but hey, I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. And I have another day to get it right. And this pandemic absolutely brought me full circle to this place, this space that I'm in right now. So I absolutely needed it. I needed to be home. I needed this time with my kids, with my family. I needed to focus and really figure out what direction I was headed in. And I feel as if I did all of that. And I couldn't be prouder of myself. So, hey, it's been good to me. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. Despite all the heartache, the tears that I've cried, watching other people be affected by it, it's been good to me. So, yeah. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all the questions that Chrissy has for me.
That's it. Dang.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate the views, the likes, the shares, the comments, the love, the support, all of it. You guys have been so good to me. We're going to announce the winner of the giveaway, and that winner of the giveaway was Chantrice. I can't think of her. Chantrice Jamison. She won the giveaway, and the second winner of the giveaway is going to be Denise Stringer. So Denise Stringer and Chantrice Jamison, I owe you guys a t-shirt and a wine glass. I got y'all. I'll get those to you guys as soon as I can. And follow me on social media. So Sophisticated One on Instagram, pure _ fuckery on Instagram. Follow me there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm on Apple, Google Play, Spotify, Spreaker, Anchor. I'm on all platforms. Only approval I'm waiting on right here, right now, in this moment is iHeartRadio. So check me out on all platforms. That's it. That's all. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Dr. Monique Ross. This is my homegirl, Chrissy.
Bye, fuckers.
Peace.